So what I have today is this beautiful picture that I bought from my it's an ink drawing blotch painting that I bought from my friend for a donation on Instagram. So this is what I bought from her because she needed some money, and we're supporting our beautiful starving artists. I don't like to use that term, but and if you have a blanket, a bolster, or even a rolled up mat to put on the back of your chair, it's really helpful to then you're kind of like leaning back, right? This is me slouching on this, but then it's just there for support. So if you can put something back, oh, that's nice, yay. If you can put something back to support you, to help you really sit tall, and if you have a chair with no arms, it's best, or a stool, just doing your best to get a little comfy, kind of shake it out a little bit, and make sure everybody's muted. And just kind of shake out. Yeah, somebody's not muted. And Jason, if you could put this on gallery over here, because I'm not having it on gallery here, so I can see everybody. There we go. There you all are. Yay. I have a different computer here that shows everybody. So we're kind of just shaking out the body in any way that feels good. Yeah. Ooh, maybe shake out the wrists a little bit. Oh, open the mouth. Oh, welcome, Tracy. Hi. Seeing everybody. Thanks for doing the video. You don't have to, but I love seeing everybody. So yeah, just kind of shaking it out. And I do these chair yoga classes just as a quick note, because I'm a big believer that, I mean, yoga, everyone always thinks it's on the mat, and it's not. It's not on the mat. We can do yoga when we're chopping vegetables, right? We can do yoga when we're taking a walk. Yoga is a whole thing. It's not just the asana. So the asana is the posture, and that's what people always think of when they think yoga. It's the movements, right? All these movements we're doing, and that's only one little aspect of it. So it's really important just to know that you can be doing yoga as you're lying down, okay? All right, so let me ring the bell 3 times to bring us into this moment, and just allowing yourself to arrive and listen, not only with your ears, but with your whole body. And either having your eyes closed or halfway closed, and just allowing yourself to arrive to this moment, getting a little more comfortable, either getting a blanket or pillow under your sit bones, or if your feet or if your heels are lifted off the floor, maybe even grabbing a blanket to place underneath your feet so your feet can be flat and you can have the sense of feeling grounded. Imagine those feet as roots to your beautiful tree, grounded and connected, and just noticing the environment of your forest today, right? What's the environment of your forest like in this moment? Is it windy, right? A little noise? Is it cold or warm? So what's the actual environment around you? Any sounds you hear from in your room, or animals, people, also animals. And just allowing yourself to fully arrive. Just notice your normal, spontaneous breath. We're not changing your breath, just noticing the flow of your inhale and exhale. Notice how clear each nostril is. Notice how deeply you're able to breathe in this moment. And notice if you can relax your face just a little bit more. Those wrinkles on your forehead, just relax them, your cheeks, your jaw, maybe even opening your mouth a couple times. Just kind of relax the jaw. Maybe make some noise. Stick out the tongue. And then maybe bring in a sigh. Let's all sigh a couple times together. So inhale through your nose, out through the mouth. Make some noise. Notice the feet. One more time. And just really have a sense of really giving the earth something you don't need to think about, right? Something you heard in the news earlier, something you read, and just give it to the earth to compost, to regenerate, to grow into something else. Just letting it go. Even if you have to shake it out a little, just out of your body. Sometimes it's just a little woof, just taking a moment to receive this body, this breath. And let's rub our hands together in front of our hearts, creating some heat, some magic. Your eyes are still closed if that's available to you. You can also just, again, have an unfocused gaze. So just rubbing those hands together and creating your own magic. Left hand comes to the heart, right hand over the left, bowing to your heart. With great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Really honoring where you're at today and listening to your body, since you are in your room and I am in my room. So really, really taking care of yourself. Let's set a simple intention for your practice today. One word that really resonates with you. Really bring that word in. What would be really healing for you today to receive? One more breath. And release the hands down. Inhale, look up. Lift the arms up, looking up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. My feet are super rooted. I'm at the tip of my chair. Inhale, reach the arms up and out. We're creating a nice big bubble of love around ourselves. Okay, so just going at your pace, at your momentum, and just looking up and looking down. So that's what we're going to just focus on. The arms are just moving in each direction. We're just looking up and then we're looking down. And trying to keep your back as straight as possible. I have a bolster behind me, or you can also use a yoga mat or a pillow for support. And then we're going to bring our arms up one more time, and you can even come into cactus arms or even like a W here, right? Cactus is like this. But if you notice your shoulders are coming a little high, I want you to come down to a W, right? This is more like the W here. Our Wonder Woman. Or bring the arms up. So you decide, but I want you to feel into the chest lifting up, the shoulders dropping, spreading the fingers nice and wide, and just feel into your strength, looking up. 3 breaths. Oh. Relax the belly and strengthen the back, right? Just strengthen the shoulders. And for some of you who are new today, just if there's any problem, please just write in the chat box. I have a helper here. So just making sure everybody's getting taken care of remotely. Just one more breath. And exhale, hands to the heart. Bow to your heart and really push into those hands. So we're bowing to the heart. You're looking at your fingers and you're just pushing into the hands. Pushing into the hands here. Just feeling your strength. Bringing the elbows a little bit higher. Just pushing into the hands and then bring them a little lower. Relax the shoulders. So pushing into the hands, elbows come high. And then relax the shoulders a little bit more, elbows come down. Just a couple more times. And then pushing into the hands, interlace the fingers, reach the arms out in front of you, and relax them down. A couple more times like this. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful, everybody. One more time. Nice. And then we're going to keep them interlaced and you're going to kind of do like a figure 8. It's really helpful to close your eyes if you can with this one, because whenever I look at a teacher doing this, I'm like, I just don't know what you're doing. So just really encourage you to just kind of check in with your wrists here. Okay. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. So I'm making a little figure 8, little infinity symbol. You can also do the roller coaster if it's just not working for you. Okay, if that infinity symbol, just and then the other way. The other way of the roller coaster is always a little tougher. Wow. Okay, even for me after all these years. All right. And then you're gonna shake it out a little bit. Shake it out, shake out. Even stand up if that feels good to shake it out. Right? Just kind of stand up. Oh, yeah. Stand up or sit down. Do a little dance. Shake your booty from side to side. And if you're sitting, you can even shake your booty from side to side, around a little shake, shake, shake. All right, and then let's open the neck. And again, I still have this bolster behind me, kind of a support, more for my low back. My upper back isn't really touching on the bolster, but my low back is. And you can even turn if you have a pillow or a mat. You can use a rolled up mat here and just place it here, right? So there's lots of ways to find support, because with the chair yoga classes, we're sitting, you know, we're sitting in general a lot. So it's kind of just good. How can I adjust for my unique body, right? So let's drop the arms down. We're gonna drop the left ear to the left shoulder. My left hand, I'm mirroring the camera, just in case some of you don't know that. And then the left hand's gonna grab onto the chair if you can. If not, we're gonna leave it where it is. And then we might raise up that right hand. And then maybe, so option one is just kind of checking in with this right side of your neck. And then you could place the left hand on top of your head and just gently, gently pressing in to just open up the neck. And this side will just depend, right? You might keep the hand down, you might raise it up. Just don't go higher than shoulder height. And then you can bring the palm up, palm down, just to see what's happening with your body. And I'm just moving it in each direction. Just taking 2 more breaths here. Just kind of checking in and noticing. Good job, everybody. Nice. 1 more and release. Bring both hands down. Don't just switch. Just kind of pause if it's available, closing your eyes and just kind of resetting. Just kind of noticing if there's any difference. There's already a little difference on my neck, right? And then go to the other side. So first, just dropping the ear. So the right ear comes to the right shoulder. My right hand might come to the back, to the low part of the chair. Might raise the left hand out. And then maybe this right hand comes to the top of the head. Maybe not, right? It depends what's going on. And then I want to just relax my neck. I'm opening up the opposite side of the neck here. Okay, the sternocleidomastoid, this giant muscle that's holding up your head. It's just releasing, also known as the SCM because it's a ridiculously long muscle name. And then again, you might bring the palm up, palm down. This arm is wanting to be a little lower on this side, right? The other hand, I was able to go a little higher. This side saying, you know what, staying low is good. So just kind of honoring wherever your body is at. Just taking a couple more breaths. Just noticing and releasing. Nice. Let's bring the hands to the thighs, squeeze the shoulders back, sitting cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward, chin to chest. Really making this about the shoulder area, okay? So squeezing the scapulas towards each other. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders come forward, chin to chest. Low and mid back are neutral. Okay, so we're not rounding. I'm not having this exaggerated round. Okay, we're making it small, like more in the thoracic part of the back of the spine. Okay, cervical is just included a little bit, right? The cervical, the upper part of your neck is just kind of following along. Option one is keeping the hands down. Option two, we're going to bring the arms back. So I'm still focusing on the shoulders, and then palms come together, chin to chest. So opening, feeling the chest opening, and then palms come together. So option one or two, you decide what feels good for your body. Relaxing the face, relaxing the jaw. Yeah. And then bringing the palms down to the thighs. And again, shake it out a little bit. Let's do some heart circles. I'm actually going to move the bolster. So if you have something behind you, you might want to move it for now. I'm still at the tip of my chair. I'm bringing my feet, my knees a little wider. Okay. My hands are going to rest on my thighs, and I'm going to do some big circles. So first, let's start small. So we're just moving our trunk of our tree, right? Our roots are near our feet. You know, they're coming up towards our trunk here. And we're just inhaling and exhaling in little circles. And then we might make them a little bit bigger, depending on what your body needs. But I want you to keep your hands on your thighs. For some, it might be their knee, but I don't want you to be on your kneecap. But I want you to use the support of your hands, right? My elbows are bending as I'm coming lower, and then I'm pushing myself up with the hands. And then I'm going to embrace that cat-cow we were doing. a little bit more. I'm going to squeeze the shoulders back as I come up and bring the shoulders forward as I come down. So don't worry too much about how this looks like for you. I really want you to focus on what it feels like, okay? And we're still going that same direction. And then next time you exhale forward, you're gonna go the other direction. So again, starting small. We're doing a little bit of a forward fold here. Breathing, noticing, checking in with the shoulders, checking in with the spine. And then we're gonna slowly, slowly bring this a little smaller. A couple breaths. And then unwinding, coming back to center, and just pausing for a moment. If it's available, closing your eyes. Feel the support of the earth in this moment, supporting you up. The chair, the props, pillows, the room, all the things made from the earth. Everything that you're sitting on and touching was made on this earth. Just taking a moment to really feel into that support and let our thoughts soften throughout our practice. As long as they soften this a little bit, right? Our mind, we want to let go of our thoughts as much as we can to let our body guide this practice, right? And then we're going to open our eyes. And I want you to, okay, so just you might want to watch me for a second. So I'm kind of having an undulation with my spine. Okay, so I'm using my elbows. And I want the focus to be on my spine. Okay, so this could be smaller. This could be smaller like this. Okay, but what I want you to do is feel a little bit of a wave in your spine. Okay, so again, try not to think too hard about it. Just focus on the feeling. Yeah, nice. And then we're gonna breathe. 2 more breaths like this. And then we're going to bring the knees a little wider, and then we're going to push in to that left thigh, and I'm going to drop, sorry, my left thigh, left shoulder is dropping down. And then I'm going to go to the other side and drop the opposite shoulder, right? So I'm sorry, I'm pushing into the same side. So my right hand's into my thigh, my right shoulder is dropping. And just kind of go side to side. You're gonna maybe even feel it in your inner groin here, okay? So you might even feel it. Everything okay? Let me know if there's any issues with sound or anything. So hopefully everyone can hear me. And then we're gonna pause and do a fold. So we're gonna bring the feet wide. My feet are out, heels in, toes out like this. And then we're gonna fold forward. So option 1 is just coming down to your forearms, to your thighs, and we're gonna look down. And pause here for 5 breaths. Option 2 is bringing my hands down to the floor, and in each position we're relaxing the neck just a little bit more. So whichever position you decided, we're still breathing and just having a sense of your back body releasing, your whole spine releasing. Just giving it a break since it's having to sit and stand quite a bit in general. And then slowly bring your hands to your thighs. Engage your heels and come up. Okay, I really want to use the core. And then we're going to bring the hands to the back of the chair. You could also use a strap. We've shown that for some of you who've been in my class earlier, so you're welcome to use a strap behind you, kind of feel the chest lifting up, or you can just bring the hands to the bottom of the chair and you feel the chest lifting up and you're just leaning back just a bit, just arching your back just slightly, but do what's safe for your body. We're just going to be here for a couple breaths. Beautiful. Relax the jaw and the forehead. And then release down. And then let's do some side to side action, okay? So if you have blocks, I'm actually turning the camera. Actually, can you turn it, Jason? We're just going to turn the actual iPad. Yeah. Just turn it like this. Yeah. I think that's going to work. No, it was the other way. Okay, there we go. Just want you to try and see my feet, so if you can angle it. We'll see. All right, knee tripod in action. So if you have blocks, grab them and just bring them to each side of your chair. If you don't have them, that's okay. We're not going to do it. It's a little crooked. So just sitting nice and tall. Okay. All right, Jason's fixing my camera here. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties. That's good. Just as long as it's straight. It's okay if it's not angled. All right, scooch over on your chair a little bit to the right. Left hand comes to the chair. Doesn't have to. You can also just bring it to your thigh, but depending on the chair that you have. And we're going to inhale the right arm out and exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale. So you can also bring the hand to the shoulder, right? So I want you to focus on the side body stretching. We're going to inhale, find length in the spine, and then exhale, side bend, lateral side bend. And then maybe the top hand comes up, maybe it comes over, maybe it doesn't. This hand can also come to a block, right, to have a little bit extra side body stretch. But I want you to stay on the side for a few times. I really want you to listen to what this side needs. It's still a little crooked. So just kind of check in and notice, what does this side need? Do I need to have the arm out to the side? Can it go up, right? Depending on what's going on with your shoulder today. Am I coming all the way over? I'm really rooting that right butt cheek down. And maybe pausing, right? So either dynamic or pausing for a couple breaths. Nice, everybody. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Relaxing the face. You got it. Maybe that top shoulder comes back just a little bit. I might look up for just a moment. Feeling into the spaciousness of that side body and all the little muscles that hug the rib cage, right? We're just opening them up, right? Especially if you have extra breast tissue here, right? They have a lot of weight there. And then coming back to center. Both hands come down, scooch over to the other side of the chair, depending on the chair. Again, ideally ones with no arms on them, right? Bottom arm comes down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale. Maybe comes up, maybe comes over. You decide. What does this side want? Maybe down to a block. And then I'm really rooting that left butt cheek down, right? I'm really rooting it down. Make sure getting that whole side body stretch. And then maybe the next time he comes down, we might pause for a few breaths. Nice, everybody. So it's optional. You can continue dynamically or pause here for a couple breaths. And if you're pausing, back shoulder, right, this top shoulder comes back just a tiny bit, and then you're going to look up or forward depending on what's going on with your neck today. Really that whole side body, and inhale coming back up. Let's bring both arms out. Again, W, cactus, or this beautiful, it's kind of like a Y, right? So just taking a few breaths, wherever position you pick. Feel into your strength, bring in that intention for your practice that you set. If you didn't have one, body love is always a focus, right? That's always our default intention, and peace and healing, right? So just bring that in. Imagine the sun is shining on your face, the perfect temperature, not too hot. One more breath. And exhale, hands come to the heart, bow to your heart. It's going to take a moment to check in with your breath. What is the texture of your breath in this moment? Feel your body moving as it breathes. And then we're going to do, the hands come back to the back of the chair, opening the chest here, bringing the feet just a little bit wider, and then exhale, we're going to come into a fold. And I want you to just go between those two poses a couple times. So hands come to the back. You might even come higher to the chair or use a strap, right? And then come into a fold. So we're doing a little bit of a backward bend and then coming into the fold. And if you don't want to do the backward bend, just come into a fold and just come into a deeper fold. Or you might even come back to those circling, right? The heart circles we were doing. So just kind of check in. Take the next 2 minutes to either do these two poses back and forth or do any pose that feels good to your body. Notice what parts of your body are being supported by the earth, being supported by these props, and body breathing. Nice. Still got another minute. Yeah, if your neck's, what's going on with the neck, right? Just kind of checking in with the neck. Somebody's rubbing their hand on their neck. Yeah, what's going on here, right? You can always come back to the ear, to the shoulder, isolating a little bit. Let's taking 3 more breaths wherever you are, just honoring and noticing. And then coming back to seated. Nice. And either come into your fold one more time or do a standing fold. Okay, so we're going to come to standing, coming to our mountain pose. So it's up to you. So seated, go ahead and do one more fold or come to standing. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, lift the heart up, bend the knees, fold forward. Let the head or neck relax. Hands come to the floor or opposite hand to opposite elbow. And then wherever you are, let's just nod our head yes. And then we're going to nod our head no. Inhale halfway for standing. Spine parallel to the floor. Hands push into the shins or above the knees. And exhale, folding. Plant the feet, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the heart up. Even if you're seated, bring those arms up. Nice. And hands to the heart. Nice. And let's just shake it out. So either shake it out standing or shake it out sitting. Just kind of shake it out. Shake your wrists, shake your booty, shake your hips. Just any kind of way to shake it out. Let's all blubber our lips. Lick your lips if they're dry. One more time. Relax all the muscles in your face. I find that some people find that hard to do. I've never had that hard to do, but I've met several students. So if you did it, if you tried, good job. All right, let's come into some warrior 2. Okay, so we're gonna I'm gonna come to an angle of my chair. Okay, like this. And one knee is bent and then one leg is straight. Okay, my heel and foot is down. So just do your best on the chair that you have. If standing yoga is in your practice, you're welcome to do this standing, okay? So my foot, my heel's coming a little off the mat over here. So I'm actually I wanna make sure my feet are planted. So I'm actually gonna put a foot on this blanket here at house. So if you have something, if you find that heel is lifted or the toes are lifted, if you can just root down, it depends on the height of the chair, depends on your body, right? Yesterday it seemed fine, today I need a blanket, you know? All right, my hips are squared towards the screen. Okay, so they're at a bit of an angle. And then I'm going to either leave my hands on my waist and I'm going to look over my right shoulder. Again, I'm mirroring you. And then maybe the arms come out. Right? I'm going to look over those right fingertips. Again, you can also just bring the hands to the shoulders, right? If that feels comfortable for you as well. So if that helps you relax, I just don't want to, anytime we bring our arms up, this often happens, right? So just kind of how far can we just relax the shoulders, palms down if that's available, and then just look at your hands. Like, thank you, hands. I super appreciate for all that you're doing. I don't give you enough attention. I love you. We're in our beautiful love warrior stance because we're all love warriors. If you're showing up for this class, you are definitely a love warrior. The class called Body Love, right? Body Love Yoga. I have so many people ask me about this, but I just, it's just about loving your body and finding strength in your body, and that's love, right? So that's why I just decided to stick with this name. So just taking a couple breaths and really embracing that. Right? Really, really embracing that. Taking another 3 breaths. Again, you can always bring the arms down, but I want to just feel into your strength, whatever you're doing with your arms. Okay. Feeling into the breath. And then the left hand's going to come down to the thigh, right hand's going to come up into Peaceful Warrior, or the shoulder, right? Reaching back just a bit. And for some of you with the props, you might even bring your hand back to a block to go a little deeper, right? You don't have to, you can stay right here. And then we're gonna bring that right forearm down to the thigh, and the top hand comes again to the shoulder, reaching the arm up and or over. And just go between those three poses, Warrior 2, side facing warrior, reverse warrior, peaceful yoga, peaceful warrior, and then side angle. Forearm comes down. Top hand comes up and over. My feet are super planted. I want this bottom half to be like your roots that are not moving. So if you're finding yourself adjusting, I want you to adjust, and even you might even bend this knee, right? If that's too intense for you to extend that leg, keep it bent. That's okay. Right, we're just going back and forth here. Again, all of this is so we can move the spine, move the torso, so we can help ourselves breathe deeper, right? So that's really ultimately what this practice is about. How can you breathe deeper? How can you be more in touch with your body? And how can we safely move the body, right? That's a really like the basics of what I'm trying to help the world and myself. All right, so just a couple more. Good job, everybody. Good job. I'm seeing you. Great job. Adjust for your beautiful, amazing, unique body. You're doing it. Good job. And then you might pause on that side angle for just a couple breaths. You might even move that top arm, right? Especially if it's really shoulder. You can bring the hand to the shoulder, do some rotation, right? Just really small rotation. Or you can bring your own whole arm into it, right? So just kind of check in with the shoulder here. Kind of like your back stroke, kind of, you know. Just taking one or two more breaths. And then notice if you're hanging out a little too much weight on this forearm, I want you to let it out a little bit, right? So there's still one more breath, and then we're gonna come back to that warrior 2, arms out or hands to the waist, hands to the shoulders. Relax the shoulders, spread the fingers wide if they're lifted. Just again, feeling into that strength for just a couple more breaths. Beautiful. Thank you, arms. I love you. I know it's complicated sometimes. Thank you. And bringing your hands to your heart. Honoring yourself. Coming back to honoring ourselves, right? We find a challenge. We find, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's whatever. And then thank you. Thanks for trying, body. Super, super appreciate it. Give yourself a little pat on the back. I know. It's you know, every day's different. Thanks for being there for me. I literally talk to my body like this, you know, because it's taken me so long to just love my body. So I have these little conversations. And then just bring those feet wide. We're going to do another fold before we go to the other side. Just kind of notice. So you can do a standing forward fold if that's in your practice. I'm just going to come halfway here and just going to look down. And then I'm just going to push the back, pretty much my sit bones, and like hinge at my hips just a little bit deeper to get just a little bit deeper stretch. I'm looking down to really find the length in the back of my neck. And then I'm pushing into my heels. You know, this isn't just passively about my back, it's also about my whole body, even if we're just doing a fold. Just forward fold, right? Our spine is forward. And then coming back, hands to the thighs, pushing yourself up. Let's shake it out one more time. Shake it out. If you can, lift each ankle at a time, like you're trying to run. I know some people are like, I don't want to do that one. Then just like shake it out however you want, right? You can just kind of shake it out. So just kind of notice for your body what's the kind of shake that you want to have, right? Shaking the torso, shaking, doing a little shimmy, little shimmy, 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 shimmy. Yeah, let me see shimmy. Let me see. Let me see. All right, there you go. All right, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I can't every second, but I do. All right. All right, let's do the other side. So again, I'm going to move the angle of my chair for the camera, but you might not have to. So I'm angling it. Left foot, yeah, I'm going to need a, for some reason, maybe I just haven't been noticing as much. You know, I haven't, you know, done this much chair yoga in a really long time. So it's good for me to have these on the schedule. So I have it on a routine for myself too, right? So notice my knees right over my ankle, right? And then I'm gonna extend. So you can either keep this knee bent or extend it. So whatever side you didn't do, okay? So this is now my warrior two stance. You can't see my foot, but it's planted. Okay, but just adjust for your body. Where do I need? Hands to the waist, hands to the shoulders, extend the arms out. Look at your body, whatever you're doing, even if your hands are on your shoulders. Right, just taking a few moments here, not a few moments, a few breaths. Thank you, left arm. Thank you, I love you. Thank you, fingers. Thank you, wrist, forearm, bicep. Thank you for all that you do. I super love you. Thanks for working with the other arm. Really feeling into your strength here, into your love warrior pose. And then just kind of notice the difference between this side and the other side. Is there a difference? And then when you're ready, right hand comes down to the thigh, to the chair, to a block. Opposite hand comes up, warrior two, and then maybe coming into side angle. And again, this top hand can come up and or over. So I want you to go between those three poses. Try not to look at the screen, really just kind of listen. Bottom half is rooted, right? I want those feet rooted, whatever, even if you bend that knee, right? I want it to be rooted and the movement coming from the torso, okay? This is where the movement's coming from, especially when we're in chair and doing chair yoga poses, right? Really, really rooted. And this is another version I just realized I could have shown you. So just going side to side. All right, so forearm comes down. So this is the alternate version of not having the leg extended. And then maybe you're gonna pause in that side angle pose, maybe not. Maybe you're gonna wanna continue. Maybe that top shoulder, top hand can come to the shoulder, kind of opening up that right shoulder, or bringing the arm totally into it, just kind of checking in with the mobility of the shoulder. Breathing and noticing the difference between this side and the other side without judgment as much as we can. Not this like, oh, it's my bad shoulder. Oh, it's different. It's a little more challenging. Look at that. And then we're going to come back to warrior two. Let's bring palms up. Come into a little W. Look into that left hand. And just feel like you're holding two platters. I just want you to imagine there's two platters here. And one is you receiving. The one you're looking at is receiving, just allowing yourself to receive. And then the other hand is giving. And then they are just perfectly even. So you might feel like one's a little heavier than the other, but I want you to just imagine it's perfectly even. What you are receiving is exactly what you're giving, and what you're giving is what you're receiving. And whatever came up for you, emotionally, physically, tangible objects, or emotional labor. One more breath, and hands to the heart. Bend both knees, and wherever you are, do a fold. You could do standing. Let's do one more fold here. I'm just leaving my palms up into that receiving, like receiving and noticing, right? What can I notice? That's what I want to receive. How much more can I notice my body to see what it needs? Because every day is a new day, and I'm just doing my best to be kind to my body so I can then be kind to others. Just taking one more breath here. And then coming back to center. I'm going to re-angle the chair. And you're going to extend the left leg and just bring the right foot. If you have a block or something to put, or even a pillow to put that foot on, it's going to have a little height, right? Because I want to, and then you're going to flex these toes. So I just want you to get a little bit of a hip opener here. And again, this might be a good time to put a pillow or a bolster or a yoga mat behind you for support. So we're just doing our version of tree pose. Okay, so just however you can get this comfortable to feel a little bit of a hip opener here. And then we're going to just focus on something not moving beyond the screen. So even if you're looking at the screen, just beyond it. Hands might stay here, maybe cactus arms. We might even point up towards the sky. Just imagine one of your most beautiful favorite trees. Could be in your yard, could be out in the street or a walk you go on. Just take a moment to think of that tree and embrace it and thank it. Just having that sense of connecting to the earth in this moment. It's that unique relationship we have to ourselves, and that unique relationship we have to the earth and the plants and the trees around us, right? So just one more breath. And hands to the shoulders, everybody. Let's just bring those hands to the shoulders. And I just want to bring the elbows back for a moment. Just feel the chest lifting up. Just stay here for 2 breaths. Relaxing the face, looking away from the screen. I'm always going to embrace that, because I want all the classes I've been taking, I want people to say that more to me. So I'm saying it more in my classes. Look away from the screen. Do not look at the screen. One more breath. And release the arms down if they're raised up. Extend. Bring both knees in. Again, just shake it out for a second. Do your own little shake out. And if something isn't working for you in what we're doing, modify it for your body. How in touch with you can you be in your body? That's what this is about, right? That's what this practice is about. It's just a practice. We're always practicing. We're always doing our best. So how can we just be a little more in touch, right? All right. So I'm going to bring a block, but you could also use a pillow. I'm going to extend that right leg. Left foot comes in. I'm at the tip of my chair. You can bring support, right? So just go ahead and just adjust that lower body. You want to make sure that lower body is rooted and grounded. Feeling a little bit of a hip opener here. And then I'm going to decide what I want to do with these arms. Right here, you can even do your version. What does your version want to do? What does your tree look like? Let's embrace a different tree, right? Look beyond the screen. Even close your eyes if that feels good. And just notice if this side's different at all. Let's feel into the chest lifting and the rib cage dropping, the shoulders dropping down, the strength of your back. This version isn't necessarily a balanced pose, but you can embrace the balance, the inner balance, right? Relax the face. Just imagine the weight is even between each side. One more breath, and then we're going to bring our hands to our shoulders. And again, shoulders come back just a little bit, elbows come back. Feel the chest lifting up. 2 more breaths here. Relaxing the face, bringing a little smile, imagining the sun's on your face. Just the perfect temperature. Again, it's always the perfect temperature, water, perfect temperature, sun or shade. And release. And then bring the feet back in, bend both knees, shake it out again. Just kind of notice what that did, right, for you. And then we're going to extend. Let's push this back so you can see my feet. We're going to extend one foot, and if you have a block handy, you can bring the heel to the block, right? And you're just going to extend one leg, and you're going to just point, or you can have it raised up, right? So you can either have support on a block, or you could even stay on the floor. And I just want you to lift that leg as high as is comfortable. You can even have a little bend if that feels more comfortable. We're going to point and flex those toes. For me today, I'm going to keep my foot on the block. That just feels comfortable. I'm just pointing and flexing. Hands can be wherever they're comfortable. I just kept my hands on my waist because that's just what I was doing. But what's comfortable with your hands? Kind of check in, right? Feels supportive for me to have my hands on the waist here. I'm just pointing and flexing. And then just look at your leg. Look at your toes. Look at your knee. Thank you, leg. Super love you. You know, it's sometimes a little complicated and hard, but, you know, I just really appreciate you being there for me every day. you know, and all our complexities and our feelings that we have, different mobility things that come up. And then you're going to bring that foot in, and it's still in that same leg. You're going to look at that leg and just love it. Thank you. Thank you, leg. And if you can, your whole leg, but you can also see your thigh. Even give yourself a little massage, but I want you to use your body. Use your body's weight, right? We're not, whenever people think of massage, because most of you know I'm a massage therapist too, when you think of massage, we go like this, right? I'm just using my arms. Oh, it's just all in my hands, all in my arms. But I want you to use your whole body, right? Whole body. Yes. Thank you, leg. Look at your leg. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. And then we're going to brush 3 times off that leg. Inhale. Maybe even blubber your lips. One more time. Nice. And then we're going to point and flex on the other side. So again, grabbing a block or having that leg raised up. I'm going to bring my hands back to the waist. So pointing and flexing, right? And you can, again, bend that knee. That feels comfortable. I'm going to keep my foot on this block for this side and just look at this leg. Look at that foot. Just feel into the sensation. Wow, this side is a little different. Yeah, it's not good or bad. It's just different. My right side is notoriously tighter, right? So I'm just always like, look at that. Okay, that's what's going on. I still love you. I still love you, leg. Thank you. And then you're going to bring that foot in and you're going to love this leg. Thank you, leg. Thank you. I super appreciate you working with the other leg, right? And for some people, that might not be true, right? For some people who have a broken ankle or in a wheelchair, like, you know, there's different kinds of ways that, you know, we have a different relationship. So just using your whole body and just loving and looking at this leg. Thank you. I love you. Really talking to the different parts of our body really does help us love our bodies more. You know, we do have to isolate because the way our language, you know, and we talk to ourselves a lot of time. I mean, for so long, I was like, well, I love my body, but, you know, my belly and my legs and this and the cellulite and la, you know, there's like this list of stuff, but like, oh, and all the other parts are super great. And then hands at the top of the thigh and then brush all those old thoughts down to the earth 2 more times. One more time. Nice. And shake it out. And then option 1 is to do anything we've done thus far that your body needs. Take a sip of water, do a fold. Okay, so I really want you to take the time to do what your body needs. Option 2 is doing our figure 4. Okay, so this is a little challenging for a lot of people. All right, so we're going to bring one foot up. You can also use a strap or grab, you know, extend one leg out, and then you're going to bring the strap over the thigh, and you're just kind of bring it a little bit closer like this, and then bend the knee. Okay, so there's different ways to get into this. If this is available to you, go ahead. But again, if it's not into it today, do something else. Okay. And then I'm just gonna push into this thigh, this right thigh. Again, I'm mirroring the camera. And then these toes are flexed. Okay. And then I'm just going to push in here. I'm just going to pause for a moment and breathe. And then I might even lean forward. Okay. And then just kind of rocking forward and back. For me today, it depends on what's going on. If your belly's feeling compressed, I don't want you to lean too forward. Okay. But if it's comfortable, you can lean a little bit. If you'd rather sit up nice and tall, go ahead. Just taking a moment to check in with this hip if you're doing this. Just kind of notice you can bring knee a little higher and then bring it away from you. Adjust that foot. Relax your face. And just notice. And even if you're not doing this particular pose, just take a moment to notice the body breathing, the body moving. Just taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then releasing this foot down. Take a moment before you switch sides to just pause. Just notice the difference between this side and the other side. And then switch sides. So again, any kind of version that works for you. This is my quote tighter, more challenging side, right? So I notice, especially with all this video work I'm doing, which use to your advantage, you know, just seeing your alignment, you know, that is one advantage of the videos. You can see, oh, yeah, this needs a little higher on the side. And then flexing these toes and then just kind of pushing away this thigh. Again, you can just hinge from the hips just a little bit to fold forward or to sit nice and tall. So it's up to you. Notice the difference between the side and the other side without judgment. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And then bringing this foot down. And then again, just doing any pose. You can come back to those heart circles we were doing. I'm just really feeling those today. That's just what's feeling good for my body. That's what's feeling good for me to kind of end here before we come into our resting Shavasana. So just kind of notice, what do you need to feel complete? Right? Is there a tightness that's happening? Something's going on? You need another neck release? Just kind of check in with the body. This is your sacred time. It's sacred time, right? We really do have to put it in the calendar in this day and age, right? Even with a lot of us quarantining, like I have to put stuff in my calendar or else I will probably not do it a lot of the time, right? There's lots of classes I take, you know, every day a new class. It's pretty neat. All right, so after you kind of shake it out a little bit, just kind of again, rumble, 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 pretend we're even running for a second, right? And then I want you to get comfortable because we're gonna do a Shavasana. So I'm gonna bring my bolster back. You can bring a pillow. So I bring it long ways if you have a long pillow here. And then it's mostly just touching my low back for support, right? So just like kind of notice, do I need to bring a blanket underneath my feet? Are my heels rising up, right? And just bring our hands, get a little more comfortable. Always, right? We want to really feel into the comfort and ease in our practice so we know where we need to strengthen, right? Because if we attach ourselves with this relationship to, oh, where am I tight all the time? That's not really the point, right? We want to, oh, where am I feeling good? Yeah. Oh, so let's bring just our hands to our low belly and either closing your eyes or looking down at your body. Just try not to look at the screen. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, relax the eyes. Imagine your eyes are resting on the most perfectly shaped pillows. And they're just able to rest in your forehead and your cheeks. And remove the tongue from the top of the mouth if it's resting there. And just noticing the natural wave of your breath. You're that beautiful tree we were talking about earlier, the one that's one of your favorite trees, and it's just very gently moving in the breeze, with the wind, and you don't even notice it unless you're looking really closely. So that's how your breath is. So you're just almost don't even notice it, but in this moment, it feels so big. Your tree is pumping with the earth's energy. You're going to take a deep breath and a long exhale, either breathing in and out through your nose, or if it feels better for your body to breathe out through your mouth, but making it really slow on that exhale, everybody. Waiting till all that air comes out, all of it comes out. And then take another deep inhale. And long, long exhale. And on that exhale, I really want you to focus on releasing and relaxing as much as you possibly can. And continuing breathing like this. And if it helps you to count, you're welcome to breathe into 3, 4, or 5. Then exhale to 6, 8, or 10. And our hands on our bellies just for awareness, but if it feels more comfortable to just relax your hands on your thighs, palms face up, you're welcome to receive rest. Just taking a couple moments, focusing on your breathing and bringing that energy down, down, down to the ground. And breathing in what you want to receive, and breathing out what you no longer need. And just taking a couple more breaths of rest. And I invite you to either stay where you are, don't worry about the screen, and just still be in this relaxed state. I'm going to ring the bell one final time to bring us back into this moment. Just wiggling your fingers and your toes. Just checking in with your limbs, your wrists, your ankles, your neck. And then we'll bring our hands together in front of our forehead as a reminder of clear thinking. Our lips as a reminder of clear speaking. And our heart as a reminder of clear intentions, inner peace, and love to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me today. It warms my heart. And I do chair yoga every Tuesday and Thursday, noon to 1. Probably forever. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely. I think I'm going to probably keep these virtual anyway. So this will be happening. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Jason, my partner, posted a link to my Patreon, or you can Venmo me or PayPal me. If you're able to pay per class, awesome. Helps me a lot. If you're like, nope, I'm really on a tight budget, I can only do the Patreon, awesome. That's fine either way. So just any support's helping, because that's what I want to support you. This is me supporting you, and it feels so good to me. So thank you for supporting me in my practice, and I love to support you this way. So thanks a lot. Let me know if you have any questions.